Good evening, everybody. Hmm. Who's in the chat tonight? We got, let's see, I got to start at the beginning. Marianne Bimler and Demoose. BBQ and Outdoors Adventures. There's Heather Landskron. And there's Rebecca. Todd Laginus. That's LJ Woodworks. You got to go check out his video that he did today. He puts out a video just so I can talk about it every Wednesday. Perfect timing, LJ. We got Deanne Dale and the Reverend Joe Jacobson. And Dale, this would be a good time to keep your lipstick on and your jammies off. That didn't sound good. Okay, we'll keep moving on. Troy Sutton's in here. I don't know. What did you guys do to Terry? What did you do to Terry? She was fired up. Somebody said the wrong thing. Or is it just society? I missed the first 20 minutes of it, and I don't know how it got started. But, man, she was fired. Farmall and Ford's in here. And my buddy Chris. Here's Farmall Fanatic. That's Chris as in Adventure Awaits. And his channel on his gaming channels doing pretty good. Hardknack Farms is in here. There you are, Terry. I've never seen you like that before, Terry. Made me feel bad to see you all upset and stuff. But, you know, on these lives that we do, we're pretty hush-hush because we don't want to say the wrong thing. But, you know, getting to the point where I'm going to be going off on this stuff too. I had a little bit of it last week. Don't you guys make me say the F word. Hey. There's Johnny Gillum and Leanne Gunther. There's Treasure Hunter Neil. So life is a little crazy. I don't know, crazy. I mean, it's not crazy, but this week for us, Mama was in the ER for 2 days. She was having problems with her heart racing. And I think we've got that under control. Fortunately, she's home and doing well. But Papa was with her for the last 2 days, just hanging out with her and making sure she's okay. Who else we got in here? I tried to stay away from the news as much as possible this weekend. If it hadn't been for Terry talking about, I wouldn't have known about the police officers in Pennsylvania. So I know just enough to know that it happened. I was trying to watch the news articles and stuff like that, but I'm not very well informed with that. I'm sure some of you will bring that up a little bit. This is an open mic, and the link is at the top of the chat. Well, Angie's in here. Good evening. Our Cabin in the Woods, Angie. And we've got Proof Rusty Workshop. Proof Rusty's Workshop. That's new to me. How you doing? Thank you for coming in. Debbie Dratch. There's the Tony. And up to 31 people in the house. Well, anybody wants to come in and talk about current affairs Get it off their chest a little bit, but be good. Don't make me say the F word. Yeah. Oh, Dexter, you gotta turn this way a little bit. Yes, LJ. I was watching your video. That how symmetrical you got that. I mean, when you're doing a design like that, it wouldn't be too hard to be off just a little bit and have it go a little wonky. But you had it spot on. Awesome job. You don't want to hear about affairs. Weddings are hard enough. You said your part already tonight. Yeah, you did. And I came in on it when you were really starting to fire up, and I didn't catch the beginning. I'm going to have to watch that over. Let's see. Congratulations to Jerryson and Tara on their grand baby. That's awesome. Here's some good news. Old Man King Homestead's in here. Good evening. He's on next at the 10 o'clock Central Hour. So you're going to want to watch him after me. Let's see. I didn't even get my stuff ready because I was listening to Terry. There's my buddy there. There's another. Oh, I know who you are. I just wasn't thinking.
Yep.
I know who you are. I just wasn't thinking about the name. It wasn't registering. But that's me. I screw up names all the time, as Johnny could definitely know.
Yeah, well, it happens as we get older.
Yeah. I think has nothing to do with age. Kind of just always was that way. How you doing, Johnny?
Doing all right. How are y'all doing?
All right, here.
So,
Terry was all fired up tonight. I'm gonna have to go over and watch that.
Yeah, she sure was. She was. I saw red eye.
Well, that's there's a lot of red eye going on right now, and probably rightly so. So, hey, Debbie, how are you doing? When we get older, we get CRS, right? Says Melinda.
CRS.
Yeah, you know what CRS is, don't you?
Uh-huh.
Can't remember, and then put whatever you want behind it.
Oh, I couldn't remember that acronym.
There you go.
I couldn't remember.
There you go.
Stuff.
What do you got going on, Rusty?
Life. I'm actually in the middle of a 3-day little vacation with the staycation, whatever you want to call it, with the wife. We work different weekends, so we don't see a whole lot of each other, except in the evening for an hour or two, and then we have to go to bed, But so we took 3 days off together, and so we've been hanging out in the wood shop and just spending time together.
Yeah. Are you at the Waffle House or Steak and Shake?
Yeah, no, it's a Waffle House. Yeah, scattered, smothered, and covered. Yeah, and coffee.
I don't know that the two of you have met. This is Johnny Gillum down here, as you can read.
Hey, Rusty.
Hey, now.
Rusty, he's from the makers community.
Yeah.
He usually goes live. What times do you usually go live with?
It's Deland's handmade woodworking. Usually tomorrow at 7 Eastern. Yeah, 7 Eastern.
7 Eastern, maybe 6 Central.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, I go at 5 tomorrow Central. So, yeah, whenever you come on right after I get off.
There you go.
So this weekend is the big race. So we're going to be getting loaded up for that, hopefully Friday morning, and heading on down or heading on up. I'm sorry. We're going up to Kansas. So we're going to be going up there this weekend, and we're going to see how it all works out. I'm hoping to get a bunch of grudge stuff going. So anyway, and Rusty, you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but
Well, you're saying grudge racing. You must be talking about drag racing or circle track.
I've drag race. So we've got it's a Pontiac race. It's actually BOP at Buick-Olds Pontiac, and we're going to be drag racing in Kansas this weekend. It's called the Pontiac Uprising. But we're going to be up there. In my car, I like to grudge race, so I like to run heads up. And so we're trying to get some of that stuff together at this deal. And Todd, I am doing a drive with Pole Barn, but it's not until October 12th, I believe, is when we take off. I'm trying to get the car ready right now for that deal. So that's what I'm working on over there, but this deal's different than that. Different deal. So what have you made, Rusty, lately?
So I'm finishing up. I'm just starting, in this woodworking stuff. So, like all my stuff is really crude and all that. But so I was putting finishing touches. I still got a little bit to do. I made a recliner side table. So it's a narrow, and it sits there and it holds your little remote in the front, and it's got a shelf, and then it's got like magazine rack down at the bottom.
Nice.
Yeah, and there's I don't know. There's got a couple of things going on. I was making little speaker boxes for your phone. So you set your phone down in it, and it kind of projects the sound out the front.
Oh, okay.
It works surprisingly well. I was really surprised at how well that works. I seen a version of it. Mine's a little different. That Who's the Voss channel.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever seen him. And I just, made my own little version of it. And the thing that's kind of neat about that deal is, so on Deland's last live, there was a couple of people that wanted one, and they donated, money to the chat thing. And one girl that donated is over in the UK, June's whatever. Well, I got to looking, and you have to go through a bunch of crap to send anything made of wood from America to, because of bugs and all that.
You have to go through a bunch of crap to send anything.
The wife and I got to studying it, and we took cardboard and layered cardboard in with wood glue, and switched the grain back and forth on the cardboard, and it looks identical, because we used 1x4s to make the speaker boxes. It looks identical to a wood one, but it's all made out of cardboard. So she's going to get one. It's just not made out of wood.
Oh,
that's cool.
Hey,
Jeff Killian's in here. Yeah, a lot of these channels say everybody but outside of the out of the United States, forget it. For
And
giveaway.
Angie, you need to quit saying the 4-letter word there, even though we really need rain badly.
Who said
You
the
know, if it
4-letter
rains,
word?
we'll
We
still
don't
have a good time.
We don't say the 4-letter word on this.
So anyway, I'll tell you what you guys need to make. I think about this all the time, especially whenever I get in my truck and it's super hot because I'm down here in Oklahoma where it's always hot. And it is make something that fits in front of fits right in front of an AC vent where you can set your pop in there so that the AC just blows on your pop the entire time. It would be great if it just kind of circled right around the bottom base of it and everything like that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how many times I've sat there with my drink up to an AC vent while I'm driving down the road trying to get it to cool off enough to get a drink of it. So,
See, you need to start making those then, Johnny.
well, yeah, but I'm throwing it out there to the makers community. I mean, I make bows and I do stuff with cars and stuff. I guess doing stuff with cars, I could figure something like that out, but I was thinking, you could kind of make it really stylish and everything. So,
Oh, I'm sure somebody's got a 3D printer that could bang one out pretty quick.
those are like $10 on Amazon, says Todd Laginus. I'll have to check that out because I didn't even know that was out there. I've been talking about this for like 15 years now.
You could have been raking in the dough for 15 years and you're still sitting here talking about it?
Well, yeah, between that and, I can't talk about the other thing that I came up with because people would probably run me out of here if I did. But put ice cubes in the bottom of a cup holder and truck. Yeah, but you got to have ice. See, that's the thing. You got to have ice. If you can use your air conditioner, you don't have to do anything extra. You just flip it on.
They probably have a cup that you could plug in that keeps it cold.
I'm sure.
Well, that's what Todd said. They're like $10 on Amazon. I'm gonna have to look and see.
Here's that the one that's going to the girl overseas.
Oh yeah.
So you set your phone down in there and it
amplifier.
Yeah, it pretty much it does do pretty good. Instead of the sound just going everywhere, it directs it right at you, and it works pretty good.
Very cool.
And I had to make it look like wood, so we bought wood grain vinyl to go around the outside of it. So yeah.
That's pretty cool, actually.
There you go.
Plywood's in here.
Yep. Howdy.
Did I miss anybody else? Mary Ann's cooking food.
There's even a vent adapter that will blow air up your shorts on Amazon, says Todd.
Yeah, let's not get that.
Hey, I don't know, man. That might be handy.
It does look interesting.
Okay, then if you get one of those, Johnny, it's good that I'm coming in March. I don't want to see that.
In March, we don't have to use something like that. But I'll tell you what, September hadn't been very good so far. When I want a cold drink, I keep it in an insulated thermos. Man, you guys are all talking about stuff that I have to do something extra to do. I don't want to do anything extra. Like I bought this pop at the store 2 days ago. It's still sitting in my truck. It's 132 degrees in my truck whenever I get in it. I just want something. I can turn the air conditioner on. It's sitting there and it's cooling off as I'm driving down the road.
Well, I strongly suggest you don't drink 2-day-old pop in 100-degree temperatures.
We do what we got to do, man. You can't throw that stuff out. It's too expensive to throw out.
You know how much plastic that thing sucked up?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure it's not anymore. It's not any more than it has sitting in a warehouse somewhere at 150 degrees.
They say the average person has a whole plastic spoon in their brain.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
Mine's a spork. Mine's a spork. Just want to say.
Johnny's got a whole set of plasticware.
Yep. And Bodie's in here. Bodie's going to be at the races. He's coming over.
There's Butt Nugget.
Howdy, Butt Nugget. So anyway, yeah, that's really interesting that you made something that you can put the sound out in the direction that you want it to go. Now, does that mean that if you're like have it behind you, you know, like you're behind it, that it would be quieter? Like somebody could use it over here to watch or listen to something, a podcast or something.
Yes.
Might not disturb somebody sitting on the other.
It doesn't knock the sound down completely, but it is definitely, it directs it towards you, and it's more focused towards you. And yes, when you point it away from you, you don't hear it as well.
Okay.
Liberty Layers Hangout is
That's good.
Hideout is in here.
Yeah, that's Bodie.
Bodie.
Yeah, Bodie is coming to Kansas, and Tony and Angie's going to be there, and Leonard's are going to be there, and Dale and Lisa are going to be there, and there's quite a few folks that are going to come out. I think Dana and Tim are going to be there even, and Wendy's trying to get Tom to come, so work on him, Wendy.
Let's see. Somebody wants me to post my email. Where did my chat? I had a chat window open. There it is.
I am actually making some stuff right now. I just haven't finished it.
Yep, Julie Cook, she lives there, so she'll be there. This will be in Arkansas City, Kansas, at Mid America Dragway.
Old Path Woodworks is in here.
Old Path, what's up, old man?
Good evening, Josh.
Reverend Joe, I'm so sorry about that. Don't have a vehicle that will get you there. I'm working on a vehicle right now that I'm getting ready to drive 1,500 miles, and it's absolute junk. And we're going to drive it 1,500 miles just because. That's one direction. So
you should video that.
we will. If you know who Pole Barn Garage is, we will be traveling along with those guys headed to the duct tape drags in Tucson, Arizona. So
thank you, LJ, for posting my link out there, buddy.
Mitzi DeLuca is in here. And so is Kevin Ellis.
Hey,
yeah, that reminds me of a trip I took with my cousin all the way across country. We were going to California. And he had just put in an engine in his it's actually we'll just leave it with cousins. In a 1966 Mustang. And we drove all the way across the United States.
There you go.
And something pinged off of it, or something happened and it was rattling, and we were like, well, maybe it'll wear off. We didn't need that part.
Well, I can tell you one thing. I pulled the timing cover off this engine that I'm going to use, and that old timing chain is just like, I mean, dude, that's the loosest timing chain I've ever seen in my life. So we're getting ready to change all that stuff out. And,
what engine you got?
well, I've got a 1977 Trans Am
Mm-hmm.
4-speed car that hasn't run in, oh my gosh, many years. All right. So it's sitting there with a layer of barn dust on it about that thick. It's all rusty and stuff like that. And but I used to drive it many years ago, and for some reason, whenever I parked it, I guess I thought I had antifreeze in it, but I guess it didn't have antifreeze in it. It froze and busted.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there thinking, well, what can we do? So I found an engine that I had sitting under the bench for. It's a 455 Pontiac, by the way. It's under the bench. I had
Nice.
sitting under the bench for about the last 30 years. So I drug that dude out. It still turns over. And we're fixing her up and getting ready to slap her in that old Trans Am so we can drive all the way across the country on Route 66. So,
Heck yeah.
it ought to be fun.
You got any go fast goodies in it, or what are you doing with
Oh no, not this one, because I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get across country. If you want to see go fast goodies, that's my other car, and it's go fast. That's the 69 GTO, and that's the one we're taking racing this weekend. No, I didn't. I'm not doing anything to the 455 because it's already putting out about 100 more horsepower than the engine that was in the car that froze, and I just wanted to make it. I just want to get there and back. That's what I want to do. So, and with that 4-speed transmission, I really don't want to tear anything in that up, so I can just get there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm seeing all you guys out there. It's coming. I've already started all the video on this deal. I hope to put the video of getting that deal ready right before we leave on this deal in October. So anyway, but I'll put a racing video out probably here in a week or so from this weekend. That'll be a good one, I think. Old Path watches Pole Barn Garage a lot. I do too. Bodie bought some pigs.
Pigs.
He bought some pigs. Says, I bought them pigs today.
What kind of pigs did you get, Liberty?
I'll tell you what, I need to, if Tony is in here. Tony, have you figured out if Sophie is pregnant yet? Sophie the pig, by the way. And oh, he's talking about it. I want a Professor Rusty's Workshop hat. He wants one of them hats.
Well, you can get one over at AmericanHatmakers.com. I wish I was sponsored, but no.
There you go.
Yeah, that's where I got it. But you can't get that hat band. My wife made the hat band for it.
That's nice.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
But the hat plane, this is called the Marlowe, and it's about I think it's $160 now. It's all leather, handmade. It is quality. It is good stuff. They are good folks.
Yeah, that's great. That is awesome. I've had this hat for 25 years. I'm wearing. Christine bought me a couple of new ones, and I can't get used to them.
Don't try to videotape him with his hat off.
Do what?
Let me get my hat.
Go ahead. Butt nugget, yeah. If your wife can, I'll give you. So those are plastic. Those are plastic teeth, and all these is just it's just beads. You know, they're like that's a long bead. I think there she's got some silver round beads in there. So yeah,
Tony says if his pig has pigs, it's going to be on the 25th. That's something. Can't tell if the pigs or if she bagged up. I mean, that's what I'd say with the cattle. Is she bagged up? Hats are like shoes. You have to break them in. That's right. Absolutely,
yeah,
Melinda. That's for sure. I can't stand. It's hard for me to wear a new hat. I
yeah.
mean, I put on a new hat and I'm about ready to throw it in the trash before I, you know, I like old worn hat.
Well, that hat's holding up pretty good for as many years as it is,
Yeah.
especially if you're wearing it all the time in the heat.
Yeah. 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 It was 95 today. This thing was about as wet as anything you ever saw after I got in today. Make my own hydraulic lines. I think that would be highly beneficial to the, yeah, being able to make hydraulic lines is pretty cool. She is 700 pounds. Can't tell yet if she's pregnant. They bag up around 30 hours before they have their baby, before they pig out. Oh. Yeah, got a sweat in it to break them in, that's for sure. Heather, thank you for that. Everyone, please hit the like button for Brian.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I've got to hit the like button for Brian here.
Yeah. Huh. Oh.
So, Brian, what have you been doing this week?
Just a second. You finally asked me a question and I'm doing something. I'm putting the link back up because I didn't pin it right.
Ah. Yeah, don't smash that thumb while hammering the like button. Have an early morning. Off to bed. Good night, y'all. Good night, Debbie. Old Path. I've tried to watch Puddin', and I have not watched the other one that you're talking about. I've tried to watch Puddin'. I can't get into Puddin'. Andale says no rain, unfortunately, but nice temps. Angie says, Christine feeling better?
Yeah, it ain't been too bad. Temperatures down here in Alabama.
Well, it's been bad over here in Oklahoma.
Well, you can keep it right over there with you.
I'll tell you what, the worst thing right now is we got those friggin' we got the what do they call them, the army worms or whatever they call them, and they have eaten all the grass. So the cattle have no grass. I am feeding hay.
Dang.
Yeah, they came in. I mean, I saw it. I saw the patches starting, and man, they have eaten everything right now.
Oh.
You asked me a question. I'm sorry. What did you say, Johnny?
What's that?
You said something, and
I asked you what you've been up to.
Just some miscellaneous stuff. I do have some videos I'm recording right now.
Well, good.
Well, one, I don't know if I should just make it a really short content video or just make it a short.
Yeah.
But if I can get 3 minutes out of it, I might as well make it a video.
Kevin, I had a hay trailer fire the other day.
The other
Kevin
day.
Ellis said it's so dry around here, the farmers are having problems with combine fires. My hay trailer caught on fire while I was dragging hay down the road. bad. Hey, Tamara.
But you
Tamara
have the
David.
story.
Melinda Dobson got to get horizontal. Good night, guys. That's one way of saying it, Melinda.
Mhm.
Yes, I know. I know they have Old Path. I tell you what, whenever they worked on that El Camino, I couldn't hardly watch it. I like it whenever Paul Barnes. I really like it whenever it's just him and JD. Whenever he's with these other guys, I don't like it near as much. Did I try to outrun it? I had to get somewhere where I could try to dump it that wasn't like in somebody's yard. 9 bales, 9 round bales.
Yeah, that would have been a panic for me.
It was a pain.
Although I'm not used to traveling around with a trailer either, so that, that would be like a double.
It was like a LJ Woodworks. Wasn't that due to a lack of maintenance? I don't know, LJ. Todd, let's see here. You're driving around. How often do you just all of a sudden go, oh, I think my wheel bearing might be going bad? Let's just change all the hubs out on the truck and stuff like that. Or do you wait, or does it just happen to happen? Because that's where it works for me. I mean, wheel bearing goes out and then you fix it. Oh my! I just ate some hot pork rinds. About to drag my tongue in the carpet. This girl is on fire, says Angie. Right? I ate at Jose's tonight, and I tell you what, I was on fire. Christine said that must be a good pepper. I said it was. It was real good pepper.
I had a burrito from Walmart. I doctor them up pretty good, though.
David's pricing cast iron, so I'm still up, says Tamara. That would be Heartland HQ with Dink and Tank. I can hear Angie out back laughing. There's nothing better than a burrito off a truck. You know, they put out, Oklahoma started a new deal now where these food trucks that you see all over the place, I think it's November 1st, they have to have a fire suppression system built in, not just have a little fire extinguisher sitting in the corner somewhere. You have to have an actual suppression system. So a lot of the food trucks are trying to revamp now so that they can be in compliance with that.
Yeah, but whatever you do, don't eat a burrito out of Johnny's truck.
No, don't eat one out of my truck.
He drinks 3-day-old Mountain Dew.
Hey, I drink more than 3-day-old Mountain Dew. Tell you what, I went into a store the other day, and the Mountain Dew, it's Mountain Dew Zero, by the way, and the Mountain Dew Zero that I got out of the store was, I think it was 6 months out of date. And I said, can I go look and see if you guys have one that's not 6 months out? Yeah, sure, go ahead. And I found one 3 months out of date, so that's the one I got. So you're going to find Mountain Dew thousands of years from now. I hope so.
Troy.
Hey, Troy.
What were you doing? Pushing all the buttons?
Oh, gosh, I'm telling you. It's hard work.
Why were you having? What happened? What was giving you problems?
It wasn't letting me activate a camera,
Oh,
so I just had to refresh everything.
the old camera trick.
Yeah.
There's Play-Doh Creations.
How's everybody?
We're doing good. It's a sleepy night for me. I was just kind of off tonight. But
Tonight?
Yeah. A little bit.
John was trying to find a Mountain Dew in Alaska. I was. I tell you what, that's the one thing. There's two places that I probably should stay out of: cruise ships and Buc-ee's, because neither one of them carry any Mountain Dew. Neither one of them.
What do you got going on, Troy? I see a microwave in the middle of your shop. What's going on?
Oh,
You moving
well,
stuff
that- that's Eli's. That goes to Eli's house.
How's his thing? How is his house going?
Pretty good. We're trying to finish up drywall and cabinets at the moment. So get that done, and then plumbing can be final plumbing can be put in, flooring. Then he can move his butt in.
Shoot, what did I do? Comments.
There you go.
Got just finishing up a big for me, big in the shop welding project. So
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Now you should know how to do. You should know how to do welding well enough, better than just a farmer's weld job.
I don't know about that.
You can. You know what? I could go for a farmer's weld job level right now because I need to be able to put that thing on my tractor bucket, that winch with some metal.
Tell you what, talking about welding, I bought a truckload of steel today.
Oh my goodness.
I bought rectangular tubing, square tubing. I got plate. I got all kinds of stuff. I couldn't believe how much stuff I ended up getting today, and it was all from auction.
Nice.
I bought one stick that is 12 feet long, and it is the stuff that you use to make receiver hitches for.
That's what I need.
So, so it's the same exact stuff that they use for receiver hitches. So I can make all kinds of different things that work out of a receiver.
Nice.
And I couldn't believe it. I rounded up the back of my dually today. I had sticks of that square tubing that were shoot. I could look out my window, my cab of my truck, look out the front glass, and I could see the steel up there, and it was running up over a headache rack that's on my flatbed. It was that far out in front of me. I mean, it was longer than my truck, and I thought, man, I hope I don't run under something low on the way home because it was up there, boy. I bet that stuff was 15 feet in the air above my truck.
Professor Rusty, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Troy.
Johnny.
But we've been trying to replace where all the grinding and finishing station is in the fab shop. The table was just wrong and out of organization and stuff like that. So I had some steel, and I don't want to say time, but I just made time and just did it. So it's a whole new workbench.
That cutter thing that you were using is pretty
Dude,
good.
that little plasma cutter.
I was going to tell you something about that months ago because I saw something about those cutters and I was like, dang, I don't know anything about that. I'm going to talk to Troy about it.
It's been I'll say a shock, a surprise. I don't know how long it'll last, but I mean, I was cutting, half inch easy in there and 3/8 plate, just popping right through it, dragging right along, super clean cuts. I mean, this is under a $200 machine, 50 amp machine.
The Harbor Freight machine?
No, it's from Best Arc. There's a review on our channel on it.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Best Arc sent us a little MIG welder to check out. And so we did a review on it, and it's an okay little welder, but we keep it here in the blacksmith shop just to, kind of tack something together before we do the forging or a forge weld or something like that. So it may last forever because all it's ever going to do is just little tack welds and put stuff together. And again, it's a 110 or 220 unit. It's a MIG gas unit, so it's handy little inverter welder. And they liked our review on it, so they said, "Can we send you a different machine?" And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, we've got a plasma cutter, but it's set up on the CNC machine.
Yeah.
So if we wanted to cut a piece, we'd have to undo everything from the CNC machine, make the cut, and then plug everything back in the CNC machine." So they said, "Yeah, we'll send you one."
I've had them sending me some of that stuff, sending me requests to see if I would like to have welders and stuff like that. But I haven't taken them up on any of it yet because I really haven't had time to mess with it at this point.
And little preemptive strike here. Arc Captain. I don't know if you guys have heard Arc Captain before. They're getting pretty popular here in the U.S. They reached out to us and said, "Would you like a welder unit or a cutter unit from us?" I said, "Well, we just got a plasma cutter, and I don't have a dedicated TIG welder, and I've been wanting to learn how to TIG weld." And they said, "Okay, we'll send you a new TIG welder." So
Nice.
I'm getting ready to complete the review on the TIG welder for that as well.
Yeah. That is one thing. There's probably many things that I don't know how to do, but welding is one thing on my list that I'm not really crazy about wanting to know how to do it, but it would be very valuable for me to know how to do it.
Yep. I started when I was a kid. Dad had somebody give him an old buzz box, Tombstone, and we tacked around with it, messed around with it. Dad didn't really know much about it, so did a few welds. And then when I got to be an adult, I bought an old Campbell Hosfeld. Gosh, this thing was a Flux Core 120 or something. This thing was as rudimentary as it possibly could be, and it threw bubblegum welds on everything. But that's how I learned to weld. And I thought, well, if I can learn how to make a bead with a bubblegum thrower, then when I get a nice welder, I'll be doing okay. And then when I worked at the university, they had a really nice Lincoln and a Miller. And man, what a difference to go from the old Flux Core to those guys. So then I bought when we moved here, my Lincoln got caught up in that storm when the roof got ripped off the shop. And so they replaced it. And I went and got the Vulcan OmniPro, which does all the processes. It's MIG, TIG, stick, and all that stuff. So I really enjoy that welder. But it basically just MIG welding. I don't hardly ever switch it over. I've done some stick welding with it, but that's pretty much just a MIG welder for us. And it's great. I love it. So we just wanted dedicated machines for each process instead of having to switch all the time.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'll be doing next time I visit you, is learning how to do that crap.
Well, dude, I'm no teacher. I'm learning. I just connected with a couple guys on Instagram that are pro welders, and they're helping with the TIG, and they're going to try to certify me through Western Welders School. So I'm going to try to get certified in welding.
Well, see, have that done by the end of October.
Right. And the cool thing about that is that would make me marketable, to be able to say you had the license and the certification.
Well, that would be awesome.
Yeah. We're just trying to diversify in the shop a little bit.
I'm going to jump up for a second.
Yeah, you got a lot going on in that shop.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I was trying to fix the 2x72 to mount it on that new stand, and the motor, I got everything dialed in just right, but the motor's too weak. I'm going to have to
272.
2 inch by 72 inch. So the 2 inch wide by 72 inches long. And the purpose behind that is the more surface area you have, the cooler the belt stays, which means the cooler the material stays. So if you got a shorter distance of belt, the piece heats up and the belt heats up. The more the belt heats up, the less life you have in your belt. Johnny, you okay, buddy?
Yeah, I'm sitting here reading through my emails right now from our channel, and I'm looking at the stuff that they've offered to collab with, and I'm kind of shaking my head at a bunch of this stuff because I don't have a pool pump. I don't need a pool pump.
Nope.
I don't have, you know, they want me to do one on a recliner. I don't think I'm going to do a video with me in a recliner because that's not me. You know, there's just I'm real picky about that kind of stuff. And I'm looking for my one on the welder right now.
Yeah.
Because I got the welder, they sent me some stuff on that. And another one that they sent me that I really told them I could do something with it about every day was actually basically it's a cordless air pump, you know, that you carry around in your vehicle and stuff.
Dude, those are so handy.
And you set it up, you know, you just put in there what you want for how you want to, you know, how many PSI you want in your tire, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
You just turn it on, you walk away, it puts that amount of pressure in it, and it cuts off and stuff like that.
I've got the Bauer one of those, man. If they give you an opportunity, take it.
I reached out to them, you know, on that, and I gave them I said, send it to this P.O. box, you know, and they sent me a deal back, said they couldn't send it to a P.O. box. And I said, well, I'm not giving you my address.
There you go.
You know, so I don't like to give out our actual address, especially to these collaborators, because you don't know if they're actually who they say they are.
Yeah.
Sure. So we've got a water filtration system coming for Eli's house. We've got 2 fire-resistant welding shirts coming from another group. And then we've got, of course, the art captain. And then a gentleman by the name of Richard doing he invented this thing called the tool swing. So you can do either a vise or like a grinder. Remember how the old mixer stands, you could swing it down underneath the cabinet?
Yes.
He designed one for like heavy duty for grinders and vices, and he wanted me to try it out. So pretty cool piece. So we've got 4 or 5, and I've got another piece that I need to a laser level that the guy sent me, and then we've got one of those diesel heaters. Somebody wanted us to test out one of those diesel heaters. So we've got 5 or 6 that we're getting ready to do.
Yeah. I had one where they wanted to send me some of those electric bicycles.
Yeah.
But
I want to see that.
This is funny. This is funny.
I want to
They're
see.
going to send me an electric bicycle, and they had steps for my video from electric bicycle. They wanted me to ride it down the rows of an auction, right? Because I do a ton of auction videos.
Yeah.
They want me to ride it down the row of the auction, and they said I had to get 5,000 views on the video.
Yeah. When they start with that crap, I'm like, nope.
And I said the 5,000 views isn't a problem, but riding it down the auction aisle, I said, it's not me. Everybody knows it's not me. If I do that, I'm going to lose, you know, people. And it's just, you know, I can't film and, you know, I mean, I guess I could mount it on there and, you know, just blaze past everything and slow it down maybe to where people could see what I'm looking at. But I said, it's just not me, you know, to do something like that.
But can we see you on an electric bike going over a log?
Well, you've seen me on 4-wheelers going
Yeah,
over
but
a
not on an
log.
electric bike.
Of course, I was on the ground part of it, but you know.
And I want to get that short.
So, but anyway, yeah, there's the collaboration stuff. I haven't done a whole lot of them. I think the last one I did on a collaboration was the night vision stuff that they sent me, and I really didn't even want to do that because I'm just not. I'm not commercial. Let's just put it that way.
I see those things once in a while in my email, but I don't know. I don't trust them, and I'm not ready for it anyway. I'm not going to be ready for that until I got at least 5,000 subscribers, or have not subscribers. I have a lot more viewers than I do.
There you go. I'm glad you said it that way.
I'm having fun with it. I don't care. I just
Yeah, but you could just blurt out and rattle off any. You do an excellent job of narrating something, so you could just run through all those. You could probably do a video on a toothpick.
By the way, you see what I'm doing here? You see what that means?
Yeah, Pine and Oak is in here. Pine and Oak or Woodworks.
What's up, Pine and Oak?
So, all right, it's 10 o'clock Central. So I want to thank everybody that came into my chat and my moderators for protecting my channel. And thank you so much to Rusty, Johnny, and Troy for coming up on panel, talking with me tonight. And we'll see you next week, Wednesday, 9 o'clock Central. Bye for now.
bye.
Bye. What?
Johnny was out. Rusty was out.
That's
Dang.
weird. That's okay. Don't you leave for a second. How you doing?
I'm all right, man. I'm wore out, but I'm okay.
Johnny never just.
No, he was into something serious. Something was catching his attention.
Oh well.
Yep.
That's okay. Good. Then I can talk to you.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
Dude, that bench freaking about killed me. It's
What?
like I don't know how much it weighs, but Eli and I had to lift it to move it.
Okay. What bench?
So remember where the grinder, like the sander and all that kind of stuff is in the fab shop, the little tiny sander and the big belt sander and the wire wheel, all that kind of stuff like bench grinder.
Sander bench grinder.
It's on the same side.
Oh, the belt sander. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But not in the wood shop, in the fab shop.
Okay. Let's just say I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Anyway, the table that it was on, or the workbench that it was on, was like 3+ feet wide, and it was just wrong. So, and I need it in the red barn to put a tool chest on. I've got a top tool chest in their hutch. And so I had slab and I had post of metal. I had the square tubing of metal. So I basically